Alejandra, thank you so much for coming to Everyday Gourmet. You know, Peru is famous for ceviche, but you're going to show us a very famous cake that everyone makes at home in Peru.
Yeah, so, what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring back that nostalgia of, you know, being a kid growing up in Peru and sneaking into my grandmother's kitchen and, you know, getting that fridge open and get tres leches and start scooping that straight out from the mold.
Straight out of the mold. That sounds delicious. I think I'm going to like this cake. All right, well, let's get started. What can I do to help you?
Perfect. So, Justin, we're going to start with mixing 3 eggs with the sugar. Nice. While you're doing that, I'm just going to start whipping my cream. And the idea is that we bring a lot of that volume aerated mix into the cake. We want a very fluffy and beautiful cake.
Now, the milk that we're going to be using, condensed milk.
We're big on condensed milk. We love condensed milk in South America.
Yeah.
Every single dessert has one.
All right, I'll whisk this until we get lots of air in the eggs and the sugar.
Yeah, perfect. Like around 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes.
15 minutes?
Around that, yeah.
Okay. Well, lucky I don't have to do it with a whisk. I can just stand here and watch the machine.
Yeah, you give me the high
You get whisking with your cream. All right, let's look 15 minutes later.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
See, all that body will be passed on to the cake, and this is gonna keep that fluffiness in the sponge. Perfect. So now we're gonna put the flour in.
Okay. Self-raising flour.
Yep.
Give it a bit of a lift.
And it's very important to stir it or to strain it. Once we do that, we're just gonna add the baking powder. Again.
Nice.
Put it aside, and now fold it. The flour into the cream, and now you're gonna help me pouring that mix of eggs and sugar in. And again, we're gonna keep on folding, so just don't be shy, just pour it in there. Beautiful. We need to make sure that the whole mix is folded properly, so we don't have small lumps of flour.
And what kind of tin? You've chosen a square tin, but I guess at home you could use whatever tin.
You could use a round one, yeah. And now we're just going to start pouring.
Okay, I'll hold that for you. And now this goes into the oven. What temperature and for how long?
180, 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
After that 20 minutes, with the skewer, just pierce the cake. And if it still have some traces of the cake in it, just give it a little bit longer.
Okay, we'll get this cake into the oven and then we'll go on to the second milk component. Okay, Alejandro, what's the next stage?
Okay, Justin, this is the tasty part. A mix of milks. We have evaporated milk here, condensed milk.
Why do you mix both of them together?
Okay, so the evaporated milk is gonna balance the extreme sweetness of the condensed milk.
Okay.
And the reason that we're gonna heat it up is just we want the liquid really easy to pour. We're gonna turn this on. We have some cinnamon powder here, which we're gonna sprinkle. That's to add a different flavor. South American desserts are very rich in cloves and cinnamon, and a few drops of our vanilla essence.
Lovely.
And we're gonna mix it, and then after that, we're just gonna cool it down so we can pour it on top of our cake.
This is gonna be delicious.
Perfect.
Wow, this cake looks perfect. Yeah. All right, what are we doing now?
Now we're gonna skewer this. You wanna help me with that?
Yes, please.
Perfect. Now we need to do it with alegría, okay? With a lot of
alegría.
Beautiful. Doing this will allow the sponge to absorb all these beautiful milks. Okay, Justine. So now you wanna help me pour in the milks on the cake? Perfect.
The whole lot.
Yeah, be generous. Like the most that we pour, the better. So the cake gets really, really wet and all these milks get into the sponge. Perfect. You will see that there's a lot of excess milk around, but because we're gonna compress, we're gonna put a little bit of weight on top of the sponge. This will help the sponge to absorb all these milks. But see how already starting to absorb? And this is what we want.
Oh, yum.
Baking paper on top.
Okay.
Perfect. We have a plate or a bowl on top of the cake.
This one's going to fit perfectly. So do we let this cool to room temperature? Or?
No, I think because the milks were cold, like the whole cake has cooled down a little bit. So we're just going to put it in the fridge now.
All right. All right.
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Perfect.
Looking forward to this cake. So I'm going
Okay.
to take that
Take
off.
the plate out. We're going to take the baking paper out. See how the sponge has
Yep.
soaked on all this milk. We have a little bit of excess milk. It's fine. The more the better. So we're just loosening the cake out a little bit. Baking paper, it's flat, so we can take it out properly.
Okay.
Plate on top and
1, 2, 3.
flip.
All right, let me take that off. Oi!
Perfect.
Woohoo! Success!
Perfect. So we're gonna take the baking paper out, and you can help me with that, please. While you're doing that.
Oh, yes.
Nice. We have caramel, majar blanco, dulce de leche. Different names, same product.
Yeah.
A staple caramel from South America in general. Put a little bit on the bottom.
Oh, it's so sticky.
How big do you want the portion?
This big. No, this big. And enough for you, chef?
Perfect. Thank you very much. That's enough.
It's obviously going to be a super moist cake because of the amount of milk that we added to it. And I love how it just has just really, like, we use the word quite a lot for this, but compressed it. So we've got definitely a dense cake.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Let's have a look inside. Oh, wow. You can see how gorgeous and sticky. And all of that milk has been absorbed.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice one.
So we're just gonna cut this in half.
Yeah.
One. And we have a raspberry sorbet.
Beautiful colour, isn't it? Alejandro, that looks so beautiful. Well, I need to try this.
Are you ready?
Thank you, chef.
You first.
All right, let's dig in.
So try to get a little bit of the sorbet as well, the caramel.
Wow. Oh, that is sensational. You know what? I understand why this is one of those dishes that evokes so many memories from your childhood. It's sweet, but it's not overpowering. And the addition of that sorbet really makes this so balanced. That is delicious.
I need to do a second taste.
Oh,
That's
good.
okay.
Me too. One for you, one for me. Thank you so much.
No worries.